welcome back to another video. Today's video is actually, again, not exactly what I thought it would be. I'm going to do a desk tour. I love watching desk tours on YouTube and just like seeing how people organize stuff and what they have on their desk, what they like to look at. Me and my fiance share our second bedroom as an office, and we got a gift card from my parents when we moved in together to IKEA to get little odds and ends for the house. Dean's desk was really old, so we got him a new one, and my desk at my house that I grew up in was built into a whole wall, so there was no way for me to take it. Unfortunately, it was actually really awesome, but I love my desk. So we picked them out, and my fiance Dean built them all. I love how it turned out. My desk is called the Mickey from IKEA, and it just kind of fits in the corner of a room, which has worked out really nice for us. So I'm going to go over this. I was going to do a whole office tour, but some of the stuff I ordered to make the room complete at this point, like a couple months ago, is still not in, which I totally understand, not a big deal. So maybe eventually I'll do that video, or I also want to fix some stuff up in our room, so maybe I'll do a whole house tour eventually. But for right now, it's just going to be our desk, my desk. I also wanted to mention that I read recreationally. I always have pretty much my whole adult life, but I just wanted to give an update on my reading progress, because it's halfway through the month. I'll do a new video for September with the books I'm planning on reading that month and reviews for the books I read this month. And somehow, I don't know how I did this. I hate doing this, and I haven't done it in years. I'm in the middle of 4 books at one time. And it was a bad plan. I feel like I'm really into The Honeymooners, which was like a fun, romancy book. But I feel like it's really taken away from the other stories. I almost never do that. I like to just start and finish a book. I don't read multiple books at a time, and maybe that's just because I'm not good at it. I know some people really, really like to do that. Not me. But I was getting worried about getting them all finished. So I think maybe next month, especially, I'm also supposed to be getting married next month, so next month I might not pick such a lofty goal, but it's going all right so far. So far, my favorite is The Honeymooners. I also have started Midnight Sun, which has been enjoyable and nostalgic. I'm also reading Where the Crawdad Sings, which so far I think has kind of had a slow start, but those are my thoughts on it so far. We'll jump into this tour, and thanks again for watching my channel. All right, so we're gonna talk about this area right in the corner. Maybe over to my record player. So this is how my little area turned out. I really like it. It's kind of, white, black, and gray. I've always loved the way white furniture looks. I'm not sure I would be into like a couch or something fabric that would be really, really difficult to clean, but I really like the way that it looks. I think it looks very clean and crisp, and it kind of just pops more. So I really like the way it turned out. Dean did a great job building all of our stuff, and let's get into it individually. Are you so cute? So let's start. So my chair, my grandmother got me at the flea market when I was like 11 or 12. I'm 27, going to be 28 this year. So I think it was like $10 at the time. It's held up really well, actually. So I just have, there's some like rips and it's old. So I have this little cover on it that I got from Amazon, and a little Ravenclaw pillow. I also have Ellie's bed under there. She really likes sitting under my desk when I work at it. I think she kind of thinks it's a fort. So that's that. I guess let's start over here. So up here I have some butterflies and a little stuffed animal duck that my parents got for me at some point in my life. His name is Edison. And then I have my iHome, which is fun. It changes colors, and if I'm just listening to music while I'm working on whatever, that's usually on. I love books, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you might have seen my bookshelf in a different area of this room. But these are some of my favorites. Catcher in the Rye in high school was one of the reasons I really got into reading. I felt at the time like Holden really understood what it was like to be a teenager. When you're young, that's like an epiphany that anyone thinks the same way you do. So that's just nostalgic to me. The next one down, Prey, is actually a book my dad wrote in the late 90s and got published. It's really good. It's one of my dreams, as I've mentioned before, to write a book. So I love that, and I love having it up there to look at every day. I love Stephen King, and Carrie is probably my favorite. There's so many good ones, but I think Carrie is my favorite novel of his. I'd like to get an older cover. The new covers are kind of interesting, but I love having it sit there. It's probably my favorite. The Great Gatsby is another one of my favorite classics, as well as The Metamorphosis. I read them pretty young, actually. I read them, I think, in middle school, both of them, and they just really stuck with me. I've reread them since, and they're still really good. So that's this little section. I guess I'll just go down this way. Next shelf down is a fake plant and this little ceramic pumpkin that I named Curtis that I got from Target during their like Halloween time like decor a couple years ago, and it's become one of my favorite things I own. I don't know why. I think it's so cute. It's always like front and center, like wherever I am. And these are some of my favorite crystals. Next shelf down is some more crystals, another fake plant. But me, I've never been good at keeping plants alive. They kind of just die instantly, but I really like the way they look. So, plus with my fiance having cats, I think if I even tried again, they'd probably get eaten. Sometimes when he gives me flowers, they're immediately kind of chewed up and destroyed. So that's going to be a common theme. Pretty much every plant is fake. This is a candle my sister got me last year for my birthday. My birthday's October 21st, and it's a little candle that's like has little facts and quotes and numbers and stuff about my specific sign on my specific day of birth, which is right up my alley. That was a great gift. I love it. And I'm one of those people that, I don't know if you can see in there, I'll take a different one down from another side, that is so scared of like a certain scent or a certain candle going out of stock that I don't burn a ton of my candles. I don't even really burn my Bath & Body Works candles, especially in fall, until I have a backup. Autumn and Cider Lane are probably my two favorites, and I won't burn one until I buy a second one to have on hand in case it like gets discontinued forever. And I'm not sure that's a great outlook to have. I think life is too short and we should burn our candles, but that's another thing that's going to be recurring. Then this is a picture of my sister. Oh no, the light's reflecting. Of my sister Dana, myself, and my brother Dawson at a pumpkin patch. I think this was for maybe around my 25th birthday. And I love the picture. I think we all look cute, but I also just love that day, and that's very just something that I would do. I love going to the pumpkin patch every year, so that's one of my favorite pictures. Then this is really cool. I didn't even know this came with the desk. I didn't know a couple things about this desk. I just liked it because it could fit in a corner really well. But this is like a little, I don't even know what you would call it, a mail slot that I hold some notebooks in. Let's see. So this is an old Taylor Swift notebook from like the Red album that I never used. Now I'm putting ideas for future videos, and here are my YouTube videos. This one is like my diary, and I don't write in it every day, but if I ever want to like jot something down or remember things or vent, that's what I use this for. This is my Erin Condren planner. This is my third time purchasing, and I always get my Life in Squares, which is this design where you can pick your own pictures on the cover and you can design the layout inside. It's a little more expensive, but I'm really into it. I do it every week. I've got a color-coded system every week for all the stuff I do, and it really helps me like have peace of mind and keep things organized. I'm planning on when I get a new one, which I'm hoping I will, because I've already asked my fiance Dean for it for my birthday in a couple months. Because tip, if you ever want to get one of these, they're around $55, but I think they're 15% off every Cyber Monday. So after the first year I got one, I've never bought one except on Cyber Monday. So I'm hoping not only for that, but then at the beginning of the next year, I'm planning on doing a whole like how I set up my planner video, because I literally use this almost every day, if not every single day. So that I use a lot. And then this little thing I've had for a while. It's just like a little binder, and I have like a whole section for work where like I've got handouts that we need to keep that are laminated. And then I've got a section in the back that has like future ideas, my Christmas present list that I'm already working on to keep everything in order and cross off when I need, things I want to get, goals I have. So that's just like a secondary thing, and I've had that for a long time. That exact one, I've never like redecorated it or anything. So that's what that is, and I really like that thing. I didn't know it had it there, and it's kind of cool, and it keeps them concealed, and it looks very neat and tidy. I really like that. So I guess we'll go to the middle now. Now, I didn't know this either. I've never used it because I really like the way it looks, so crisp and clean. But these side panels are dry erase boards to like write things down, which is also so cool. So on here, we've got a little fake crystal heart thing my youngest brother had gotten me, a little stress relief Stanley Hotel ghost that I got one time when we went up there for a ghost tour. And then I always have a water cup pretty much in every room I have. I have this tumbler from Starbucks, and I just always fill it with ice water. It can get hot. This is the top floor of our townhouse. And also, if I just have it, I drink out of boredom, or even sometimes if I just like get anxious or something, I just start like chugging whatever's around me. So if it's water, then I don't end up drinking pop or whatever that is, which I also do. But I try to keep a healthy balance and do water too. So I always have that. Then this little corner is a City of Stars printout. I didn't have a frame. It's kind of a funny size, so I just taped it up there for now. We'll see if we do something different. But that's from La La Land, which is a musical I really liked, and I liked the aesthetic of it. And then that right there, that little building right there is the Griffith Observatory, which is a big part of the movie and is also in the movie Rebel Without a Cause. One time when my family and I went on vacation to California, which obviously was a long time ago. I hope any of us can travel soon. I forced my whole family to go with me there and tour it. Here, if I can find one, I'll put a picture right here. But that was really nice of them, and it was really cool. I really, really like that. Now over here is another little fake plant. This Focus Mist that's supposed to help you concentrate from Bath and Body Works, which also just smells good. And then I have this little white painted mason jar I keep all my pens in. It's got 2 pens from Disneyland, some scissors, and then the whole rest of the thing is filled with these Sharpie pen fine tip black pens. And in anything like my planner or my diary, these a couple years ago became my favorite, and now they're kind of anything on my own time. This is the only pen I use. So I have an abundance of them. I get like a office size pack on Amazon when I start to get low, and those are my favorite. Let's see, maybe before this we'll do up here. Up here, leaning against the wall, I have 3 pictures. Tusk is a B horror movie that's so bad it's almost a comedy. I knew when I saw the trailer that I would really like it, and then I did. My whole family kind of teases me about it because they thought it was so horrible, and I mean it kind of is, but that's part of it. That's part of the like greatness about it. I really enjoy watching that film. The middle one says Nothing is Trivial, and it is The Crow poster with Brandon Lee. That's one of my favorite movies. Not my favorite. My favorite's A Tie Between Rocky and Benny and June, but that's also just one of my favorites, and I love having it look there, and it went so well with all the colors. Everything turned out so good. And then this is a little printout I got from Society 6, which is a little like art company online, and it's James Dean, but it's got like skull drawings over it. I just thought the aesthetic of it was really cool. Then I have this little pumpkin candle I got from Target. Let's see. In the set Farm Stand Cider. Again, never lit that, but I thought it was so cute. Then I have, oh, this is getting tricky, a picture of my grandma and me when we were little, when I was little, on Christmas Day. I love Christmas. I start planning for Christmas months in advance. I count down all year round. And I just love that picture. My grandma passed away a couple years ago and we were very, very close. So I just really like that. And then this little bird that says faith, family, friends. The little bird's sitting on a pumpkin. So it goes with everything anyway. But that was also my grandma's. It was in her house. And when she passed away, I got to have it. So that's very special to me as well. And then next to that is an autographed Taylor Swift picture from her Fearless tour before. I mean, she was already pretty big when Fearless came out. And somehow, I think I remember it not being that crazy. I think it was like $40 and you could just go up to like the merch stand and get it. And now I love it. My parents got it for me when they took me to the concert and I love it. And now my love for Taylor Swift is, some would argue, unhealthy. So that's sitting right up there as well. The next shelf down is, I can't remember what the collection was called, the Witch or something. It's by Bijou Candles, Bijou, and they're just different like witchy fall scents that and as you can see, I never have any of them that are kind of fall-y. I thought the packaging was so pretty. They all smell great. And then I have a little crystal in front of each of them, and I have so many at this point that sometimes I forget like what they even like what the name of them is. So for these ones, I just put the little package they came in with the little like thing about like what they do under each candle. No, I've messed it up. So they're kind of hidden, but like, so I also know what they are in the future. Let me fix that now. It'll drive me crazy. Perfect. So that's that. Next shelf down is another fake plant, believe it or not. And then I just have my Conspiracy palette and a lip gloss from Jeffree Star's Cremated collection. I have a license in aesthetics, and I've always loved makeup, even though that's not exactly what I do anymore. But that I followed that storyline the whole time, and I really like the colors in it, and it's just really cool. So I just keep it up there. It's one of my favorite things of makeup. So I just thought I would display it, and it also, again, goes with all the colors. And then this bottom shelf is another fake plant, another candle that's never been lit, some more crystals, and then this is kind of my Edgar Allan Poe stack. I love Edgar Allan Poe. I did a lot of work on him when I started going to college, and I just really love his work, and a lot of people don't know that he also actually like invented a lot of grammatical rules that we use and as like a staple in English now. I think he's one of the best. So this is like a biography. This is a collection of his short stories, and this is a best works known. This is a first edition from the late 1800s, early 1900s. And that's a really cool thing. I love that I have that. So that's the bottom shelf, and that's all really, really awesome. Then this is like just a little thing next to my desk to hold stuff. So I've got a little moon candle back there. You guessed it, never have lighted, never has been lit. Fake plant, a little like clear jar thing of crystals, and some little funny things. Like my brother found this when I moved out. It's just like a random marble, so I just kept it. Just some stuff. This is a picture from, again, my favorite movie is Rocky, so my fiance took me to Philadelphia last year and proposed to me on the Rocky steps, and that's a picture he handed someone his phone when he was proposing, and that's a picture that someone took. It's one of my favorite pictures. I really like that picture. And then I just have like a stand, an hourglass. I forgot what it was for a second. An hourglass back there. Then in here, I guess let's show it here. So this top drawer is extra journals and like just extra stuff, extra wall hangers, extra cards in case there's like a birthday and I have a last minute thing. Then all of these like separators I got from Target like years and years ago. So I have a little stack of washi tape, glasses cleaner, a calculator, dry erase markers, highlighters, pencils. These all have my brother's name on them / they were for something we did for the charity in his name. So those are all really cool. I'm not sure I've ever sharpened one, but I love having them, and they're just cute sitting there, and they all match. And I have a little thing of tacks, paper clips, and then this is just kind of random stuff, matches, chapstick, stuff like that. Second drawer is more extra notebooks, a hole punch, a stapler. These are like knockoff AirPods. That's a charger for my iHome that I already showed you. This is like, these are books about ghost stories at the Stanley Hotel. A couple other things. This is a little thing to make to-do lists. I'm a big to-do list maker, and then that's my checkbook that I turned over for obvious reasons. This is a couple tapes of my dad singing in high school. At the mall, there used to be like a little thing where you could go and make a cassette tape and sing like a popular song. So my family has a ton of those, but I kept a couple, and they're really cool. And then my sister got me this like HP printer that you plug into your phone and you can print pictures off of your phone. She got it last year for, I can't remember if it was for my birthday or Christmas, but it's really cool. And I really like it. I got it a nice little case so nothing happened to it. And those are just extra like prints to print the pictures on. Oh, sorry. This is some more extra wall hanger things. This is my stack of coloring books, mostly Disney, and this is a baggie of my colored pencils, hot glue gun, and like extra glue things. This is a little stack of self-help books that couldn't fit on my shelf. And then these are all my extra pair of glasses. I have a few pairs of glasses I circulate through that I really like, but I don't have the greatest vision. I never have since I was young. So that's what all of those are. This is probably the least organized one. I don't know what to do with this, and I've tried to like reorganize it a couple ways, but this is just what it looks like for now. Back there is a couple like nicer or special occasion jewelry things that I probably won't ever wear, but they're really sentimental, so I didn't want anything to happen to them. I've kept them in the box. They're in this drawer. More self-help books. All of this stuff is essential oil stuff. This is like a diffuser. Dean got me a bracelet with like a little pad thing that you pour these on, and then it smells throughout the day to keep you calm. This is another to-do list thing, and then I have a thesaurus and a dictionary. Yeah, I don't know. That's maybe the only drawer I don't think is super well organized, but I just have such weird stuff in there. And then this is the last drawer. Down there is folders like under this, tarot cards, animal spirit cards, and then this little binder is all the important. I saw Kaylin Nicholson, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. I plan on doing a video about my favorite YouTubers, but she made a binder in one of her videos where she showed you how to make one with all of your important information. Everything about your house and your rent in one file, and then everything about your health insurance in another file, and everything about your taxes and everything about all of the stuff like that. And before that, I would keep them, in random folders or the envelope they came in, and I'd be scouring the house for them every year whenever I had to do anything, that had to do with any of those. So that's actually been hugely helpful. I update it every year, or I, add stuff to the files when that time of year comes around, and it's eliminated a lot of issues. So that's a really important binder, and it gets fatter every year, but that's a really good idea. I really recommend it. This is the last little section I will go over. So down here, again, Dean last Christmas got me this thing for some of my vinyl records, which I've started to collect. And then the little thing back there that you can't really see also has records in it. This is just a little picture of me and my dad carving a pumpkin. And then this is my record player, which also plays CDs and cassette tapes, but I love it. I use it often. This is just a British Vogue with Taylor Swift on it that I thought was pretty, so I leave it on there. This, I wish I would have hung it up before this video, but I didn't want to mess it up. I'm going to put it right here on this blank part of the wall, and it just sets, it's so whatever like record you're playing at the time, you can set up there and like display the case for it. I really want to put it up before before I receive my folklore stuff, but you know, that'll like, God knows when that's going to get here. The first email I got about any merch I bought for the folklore album said, should arrive in 4 to 16 weeks. And I was like, oh, so maybe by Christmas. And then this is the last section I'm going to go over in my video. And it's just this little section of prints from Lauren Ink Oddities, which is become one of my favorite YouTube channels, Instagrams, and artists. She also has a shop under that name. I also have more prints in my bathroom that kind of have a Disney theme. I've got some ladies from the Haunted Mansion and a girl just having fun at Disneyland. But I love her like gothic, whimsical look, and like everything she makes is just like kind of, oh, sorry again, kind of a, just my speed. So we've got Lydia from Beetlejuice, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, Corpse Bride from Corpse Bride. This is just a little print she did of Evie, which is just of this little witch reading, which I really liked. And actually, I like the bats in it too. None of the other ones have bats. And in our townhouse, one of my new favorite things, that was so weird, is when we take my dog Ellie for a walk, there's bats like all over the neighborhood. I only moved like 15 minutes away from where I grew up, and I'd never seen a bat before, and they're just everywhere. So I really like that one too. And then the last one is, it's called Another Glorious Morning, and it's Hocus Pocus themed. You can see the little journal. And then this one, I might take this off for this. I commissioned her to actually do one of me. I'm trying to get back into writing. I kind of lost touch with it for a little while, even though it's still one of my biggest goals. She was so easy to work with, so easy to communicate with. I highly recommend it. I recommend her channel. And as you can see, she did kind of a take. I sent her pictures. There's Dean, there's Ellie, there's me writing. She did kind of a take on my whole desk. So that's awesome, and I love that. So that is my desk area. Am I boring you? Is this the least exciting video you've ever been a part of? So that is my desk. I love it. I seriously wouldn't change anything about it. It just makes me happy coming in here, and I think having a space that makes you feel like inspired and calm and at home is really important. So I really love it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to know how you guys set up your desk areas and all of that stuff. So that is my desk. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know what you guys keep on your desk, or any organization tips or anything like that in the comments down below. Or if you have any video ideas, I've got a list of some I have ideas for in the future, but I'm obviously still pretty new to this, so if anyone has an idea, that would be great. Also, I'm trying to decide if I'm a hat person this fall. I have such a round pumpkin-like head that I thought maybe it is, and I kind of think it's cute, but I also just don't know if it's just not, if it's my face messing it up. I'm not sure. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye.